Right now it doesn't want to sit.
What?
So now then it didn't want to sit. Alright, Grandma, you're not helping out at all. There we go. Hey everybody, anybody who's here, the one. We're just letting the room kind of fill up right now, so we're going to get started here shortly. Probably about 8 minutes. So if this is a recording, fast forward 8 minutes. Who's out there tonight? How's it going? Oh, here.
What?
Oh, we had to.
Is it, you know?
I don't know. It didn't say. Hey there. It's Tim. Yeah, you can scoot over a little.
Thanks.
I don't bite. Okay, it's gonna fall.
No, I'm just waiting for people.
Yeah. Just waiting for a few. Hey, Julie. How are you tonight? Just waiting for a few more to get here. We'll get started in about 3 or 4 minutes.
I don't think people get deodorant when you go live. I never
Weird frozen picture. How's everyone doing tonight? Where's everyone coming from?
There's only one.
Well, it was two. You're good. Hey, James. Thanks for showing up. How are you doing tonight? We'll probably get started here in just a few more minutes. Just trying to let a few more people come on.
Hey, James. Well, hopefully you're getting better.
Get those bugs taken care of. You need to go out and kill something else, remember? Don't forget our hunting event in November.
All right, 6 people.
Hey, Melanie, thanks for joining. I'll keep you posted, James, on what's going on with that.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
People are starting to share now.
Where's everybody coming from? Hey, thanks, Todd. Hey, Tristan. I'm not very funny. I'm not a clownfish. Ooh, I want to go to LA.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Todd, just so you know, when we come out, I expect a couch.
Expect a cow. Oh, wait, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, hey, Chloe. Didn't see you join. Hey, David. How's everything out in the UK? How are you doing?
How are you starting? Might as well.
What?
How are you starting? Might as well.
All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started with the Q&A. I just want to let everybody know, in case you didn't see our last video or you haven't followed anything, my name's Tim Davis. I am the president and chairman of New Hope for Lungs.
And I'm Brandon. What am I?
He's the 2017 ambassador and the vice
Ambassador
president.
and vice president of the foundation.
I just wanted to let everybody know, give you just a quick background of what New Hope for Lungs is, because a few people have been asking. New Hope for Lungs, we assist cystic fibrosis patients with that are on the transplant list and up to 3 years post-transplant. Just to give you a little background, New Hope for Lungs kind of started roughly back in October, November, and things kind of just ballooned out of proportion. It all was thanks to a friend of ours who helped us out this summer, and I asked her how I could repay her, and she said just to pay it forward. And long story short, a few months later, I just decided to get going with a foundation for the CF community. Brandon and I had been talking about it for a few months, and just one day started to get going. I kind of did some research on how to get a nonprofit started. Came across this website called nonprofitally.com, which is... No, sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to take that down. Anyway, just a second, let's get this situated. There we go. Anyway, I went on Nonprofit Ally, and they kind of gave us a step-by-step plan on how to get things going, from how to get the articles of incorporation started to getting that stuff filed, and then from there going and getting the bylaws written, which I went through. I believe it was rocketlawyer.com, which is who helped me put together the bylaws, and then they also, I believe, helped me with the disclaimer we're putting on the application, which we're launching on Friday. From there, we kind of just started doing everything. We got our board of directors together, who one of them is viewing us tonight, Lisa Ulrich, or Ulrich, sorry. She's from Oklahoma, and her daughter passed away not too long ago from CF. She had two double lung transplants before it finally happened, and it's a lot because of the help Lisa has given us that we're actually where we're at today. So thank you, Lisa, for all the help up till now and in the future. We have also, since getting everything going, we've brought on Michael Bramhall, who is from Ralston, Nebraska, who's helping us with the fundraising. He's our director of fundraising. And we also just brought on a good friend of ours as an interim secretary, Samantha Easter. So she's going to be helping get everything going for us right now. I kind of feel like I left out a lot. So hopefully we can fill things in as we go. I do want to say that we've had a few questions come in via Facebook. One of them would be how we got the foundation together, which I've kind of broke through a lot of that. My suggestion, if you're doing a nonprofit, the best way to go about doing that is using nonprofitally.com. No, this is not a website plug or anything like that. They have no idea that I'm even mentioning them tonight, so it's nothing like that. They were just great on helping me get to where we're going. They have videos that give you step-by-step how to get everything put together, how to get everything filed, and if it really wasn't for that website, we wouldn't be where we're at now. The hardest part I would have to say about putting together a nonprofit is putting together the bylaws. Yeah, that's not going to work. Putting together the bylaws is probably the hardest part. That's a lot of legal stuff that you have to get going. I didn't realize how many things such as banks and stuff like that need a copy of all that. But the bylaws kind of tell you exactly how the organization is going to work and stuff like that. Oh, hey, we have a question. Hey, Nicole. Nicole, where are you coming in from? She asked she's curious how we're able to know who needs lungs across the country. Do you have to work with some other organization, or are their transplant lists public? Actually, due to HIPAA laws, I'm not really sure if we're able to go and actually get that. Is there an actual list out there?
I don't know.
Haven't really looked into that. For us, for the people who need help, New Hope for Lungs, just so you know, is not just strictly for CFers who need a lung transplant. We left the lungs in the title and not just New Hope for Organs or anything like that, because the lungs are the big thing that people associate with cystic fibrosis. So we decided to do that, but New Hope for Lungs is open to not just lung transplants, but liver transplants, any transplant that a CFer could possibly need.
Yeah, anyone with cystic fibrosis, whether it's a pancreas transplant, liver, kidney, whatever.
Thanks, Lisa. I didn't think the transplant lists were public due to HIPAA laws. So yeah, the other question that I've had is exactly how you can go about the application process with the foundation. Friday, February 7th, we'll be launching that at 10:30 Central Time on our website at newhopeforlungs.org. Yes, Nicole, they would need to find us. And actually right now, we are working really, really hard to get word out there. We're using as many of the cystic fibrosis groups on Facebook that we can find. Here in the next couple weeks, I will start to... In the next couple of weeks, I will start to get in touch with transplant hospitals and doctors, CF doctors, to kind of get the word for us out there to the public. And then hopefully those doctors will spread it on to the patients themselves so that they can contact us. What do you want to say?
Oh, no, is there any other questions you guys have?
Yes, Lisa. People will be applying to New Hope for Lungs to get help. Like I said, the application will be live on Tuesday, February 7th, and we will start taking applications then. Actually, at the same time that the application go live, we'll be doing a 48-hour $5 flash fundraiser. Basically, what that is within that 48 hours, you'll go to the website, click the donate button, which is in the upper right-hand corner, and donate $5. That's simply all we're asking because we have a lot of people, which I'll go over with here shortly, that are needing help. I was actually just contacted by a kid out in California that's actually needing some help right now. So, hey Sandra, how you doing?
And it's just $5, people. Just not even a coffee at Starbucks. Just $5 is all we're asking for. So once that starts, we'd appreciate it if you guys share and get the word out, and hopefully help our foundation help other people in need.
What? Do we help with IPF, PHH, and TBM? Do you know what that is?
As of now, I mean, we're just at the beginning stage of the foundation. That's just other things we have to look at in helping others. And as far as getting tied with other foundations and stuff like that, like I said, we're at the beginning stage of everything. So
we're very open with partnering with other foundations because we believe in cross promotion. There's no need that we should be doing it all on ourselves because there's other great foundations out there that are helping CFers. One of them that Brandon keeps talking about a lot here lately is Rock CF, which is a really big popular one. We've also been in touch a lot with Tommy Danger, who has morethanjustme.org, correct?
I think
and he does a lot with not just CF, but a lot of other issues as well. Look him up and see what More Than Just Me is. I've been talking to him. I haven't had a chance to actually go and talk to him about his stuff. I feel really bad because of that. Nicole, are you able to help as a brand new foundation, or do you need to raise a lot of funds at first? Actually, that's a good question, Nicole, because we actually do need to get a lot of funds raised right now due to the people that are needing help. We're only at the very beginning stages, so all your donations, which is what that $5 flash drive is for, all of your donations is going to go back out to these families. We have roughly 4 or 5 families right now that are needing help. One of them out in Florida. We've got the one out in California, which I told you about a little bit ago. After our last live video that we did before our interviews, Brandon was approached by somebody as well. So I know for sure we've got 3 to 4 families who need our assistance right away. Do you know Johnny Simpson in London? No, we actually do not. I would love to get to know him though. What are your qualifications or qualification requirements? That's a good question, Sonia.
yes, I do.
What?
Johnny, I know him.
Oh, I guess Brandon knows Johnny. But back to you, Sonia, about your question. What are the qualifications for requirements? Mainly to be able to apply, you have to be on the transplant list. If you're no longer on the transplant list, you have to have been transplanted and within the first 3 years.
So basically it works is once you're accepted for a transplant, whether it's lungs, heart, whatever it is, we'll review the application, and it kind of have to go through a few people before we approve it, and we help out in that kind of way. Whether you're needing help with groceries or gas money getting there, I know it's a big burden for people to move to get the transplant. So once you're approved, we're it's whatever comes our way we'll look into, and then of course it's up to 3 years after transplant as well. Just to help other people, of course, CFers that are in need.
Hey Amber, I see that you are needing fundraising for living expenses in the Bay Area after transplant. I don't know a lot about the Bay Area because I haven't been there. But my suggestion, if you don't want to actually put together a fundraiser itself, what we did to get things started and get some funds coming in is we contacted a local restaurant to see if they would do what's called a dine to donate. Basically, for what we did, we partnered with Granite City here in Omaha. And what they did is they put 10% of their proceeds the day of our Dine to Donate came back to us. So people basically, you just go in, you take your family out to dinner, and the restaurant took care of the rest. I don't know if anybody out there, Amber, would do that, but that would probably be my best suggestion.
And I'm not sure who mentioned Johnny Simpson. I actually met him personally, so I do know him well. But I'm not sure what your question was about him, but yes, I do know him well.
That's all right, Nicole. It's okay. I was nonprofit that ignorant as well when I first started this. Do you more overall besides help with funds for what's needed, or will you be able to help in other ways down the road? Actually, Nicole, what we plan on doing at the very beginning, from the research I've done throughout the CF community and the people I've talked to, we found the biggest need that people on the transplant have is getting medication cost and vitamins covered. So what we plan on doing is after you've been accepted via the application, we will be in touch with your pharmacy, which is a question on the application, and we'll see in what ways we can help cover some of those out-of-pocket expenses, because we know that can get ridiculously, just because of Brandon and his medical costs. We know how expensive it can get. So first we're going to start out with that, and then down the road we plan on branching out to see if we can find out how we can help with transportation costs as well, because a lot of people have issues getting back and forth to treatments. Whether that's getting in touch with Uber, we might be able to see if we can get down the road something together with them, or getting a hold of a taxi cab service and doing something over the phone to get the fares for that covered as well. And then some people I know need help getting relocated, because you have to live, what, 2 hours? Within 2 hours of a transplant hospital. So we know some people need to move a little bit closer, so maybe we can help cover some of those costs as well. Thanks, Sonia. Thanks for the compliment. Is there any other questions out there right now? The questions are great. I feel like I'm missing a lot, and if I am, I'm sorry. Kind of new to the whole Facebook Live thing. We figured this would be a great way for us to interact with our donors and stuff like that as well. Not a problem, Amber. Do you have any other questions? Is there any other things we can help you with?
Nicole, I kind of agree with that. About 2 years ago, I put together a balloon challenge, and it went over pretty well. So hopefully at some point this year we can put another one together to raise more awareness for people living with cystic fibrosis. Todd, to answer your question, I know maybe 2 or 3, but we're a small population. As you know, the United States have roughly about 30,000 CFers living with CF, so it's kind of a small population of us.
Janine, that was a good question about the nonprofit status. The best thing that I can say, I don't know how we got ours, because I filled out our paperwork, and within 5 weeks, the letter that I received in the mail was our tax exempt form. I've shown it to like 3 or 4 people to make sure I'm reading it properly, and from what it says, we received ours within 5 to 6 weeks, and most of them take roughly, what did you saw? Up to 2 years. We know some people it took 14 months, some took 16 months. So I don't know exactly what the average is. We got ours real quick, and I'm not exactly sure why. But you can go online and file it. If you send me a private message through the foundation, I would be glad to send you the link so that you can get that filed. We filed the EZ form since we're new, and I know we're not going to be bringing in that 50,000 that you have to bring in before you have to do the extensive one. So hopefully we can get a few events under our belt. Which, by the way, other than the $5 fundraiser that we have going on next week, just so everybody knows, we do have a bike ride coming. So if you're going to be in the Omaha area May 27th, we are going to bike from Highway 380 on up into Gretna, down onto Highway 6, and we're going to bike down to the state capitol in Lincoln. Just an awareness thing. So if you're around and you're athletic, that would be a great thing to come join. And then sometime in June or July, we plan on hosting a golf tournament. So again, if you're going to be in the area, that would be a great thing. So keep an eye on the Foundation's Facebook page, and we'll have that up to date once we get a location for that figured out. But the big thing is December 2nd, I believe it is, we have the photos with Santa Claus. So we're going to be kind of setting that up in as many places as we can. So I'm going to be reaching out to some people, see if we can get some partners work together and some volunteers to help set that up outside of Omaha. And then the November 17th through the 19th, we have a hunting event up at the Hole in the Wall Lodge in Akron, Iowa. All this stuff you'll be able to find here on the Facebook page as well as on the website.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting out, I would say, in a local way, so we could gather up funds so we can start helping CFers. But once we get that base built up and we're able to, we'll spread out everywhere is our goal. But anybody applying for the application, it doesn't matter where you are. I mean, we welcome everybody. So
even those in the UK, because I know I have a lot of CFers on my friends list that even though we're not there, we will still do what we can to help you out, because there's no reason that you shouldn't have the same access as the CFers here do. Through us, you have that same access as well.
I mean, we're a small community, so like I said, once we start bringing in funds, and we're also looking into a couple grants and other things. So like I said, we're at the beginning stage where we just basically got everything together now, so it's just bringing in fundraising money and all that so we can start helping others in need.
Exactly. Chloe, that was a good idea for a fundraiser, the color run. Actually, we were planning originally on doing a glow run this summer, which is the big thing that got New Hope for Lungs started. Was I wanted to do a fundraiser for CF and decided that instead of doing that, we're just going to start our own foundation. The problem was getting the paperwork and everything filed and getting stuff back took so long that we had to cancel the glow run for this year, but we have full intentions of doing it next summer. With that, I also have intentions of setting up since we have about a year and a half before that event will happen, I want to also host a glow concert afterwards. So hopefully we can get some live music or some performers down. So we'll have an evening glow run, and instead of glow in dark paint and stuff like that, because we know it's not great for CFers, we're going to switch it out and use glow sticks and glow necklaces and good stuff like that to let them be able to come in as well. And then after the glow run, which is going to be a 5K run walk, we'll then transition into the concert afterwards. So that's going to be really exciting. So hopefully those of you that are going to be around can come do that. Chloe, a glow run is basically when you come in, you're going to register. It's a basic 5K run walk. We'll have the runners go off into one direction and the walkers go into another, so there's no conflict there. But basically, usually, from what I've seen, a glow run, they either use glow-in-the-dark paint, glow-in-the-dark powder, stuff like that, sticks. We're going to use the glow sticks, armbands, necklaces, rings, stuff like that, because we know it's a lot safer for the CF community to be able to do that rather than having to deal with the paint and the dust and stuff like that in the air. If people want to donate, how can you do that? Actually, it's right down below. Brandon went and posted the website link, newhopeforlungs.org. That's newhope, the number 4, lungs.org.
And yes, Lisa, to your question, yeah, you can donate. Donations open, all that's figured out. We are also tax exempt. So for anybody that wants that or wants to know that, we are now tax exempt. And you're welcome to donate at any time.
Amber, thanks for the question. Will you be doing another balloon blow up event? Actually, with everybody that's asking about that right now, I would really like to do that during the month of March.
Yeah, like I said, I did that about, I want to say 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I don't remember, but I think it went over pretty well. So, yeah, I think we will do another balloon awareness for that.
Yeah, I think either look for it in either March or April for something to get started, because that would be a really good one to have a lot more fun with outdoors, I think. So we're going to kind of possibly let the $5 fundraiser thing get through in November or in February. So either keep an eye out for it at the end of this month or the beginning of next month, and we'll get an event going. And we'll see if we can get the balloon event
April.
to go viral this year. Chloe, I understand with the colored dust, but the glow-in-the-dark paint is perfectly fine for CFers and non-CFers. That's a good point, but cost-effectiveness, I think it'd be easier to clean up. You know, with all the paint and stuff like that. The photos and videos I've seen of friends who have done it, they would throw the paint on people as they would run by, which to me would be a lot more fun than getting painted as you go. I'd rather be a running canvas.
But hey, if you have glow-in-the-dark paint or whatever, yeah, you're going to be welcome to bring it. I mean,
I
we don't
like
care,
the idea, really.
Like I said, financial-wise, as of now, we're not able to provide for that. But if it was to take up and get better by then or whatever, yeah, we could consider doing some of that.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. That's the best part about this is anything can happen. Things change from day to day. That's one of the best parts about a nonprofit is things never stay the same. Things always change. You never know who's going to need what. Every day I'm in touch with people who need assistance or they need advice or they need help with something, which is why we're here, because that's what we need. We need your guys' help, and we need you to donate to us. And I hate to say that. I hate to beg. But really, there are families out there right now that have been contacting us for assistance, and we would really like to be able to help them. And yeah, we raised some great money at Granite City with the Dine to Donate, and we appreciate all the help they've given us. But I mean, that's not enough. We're always going to need help, and we're always going to need more.
Angel, are you donations going any major banker? No, we wished.
We haven't had a chance to actually look.
Yeah, like I said, we've only been nonprofit for what, a week?
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks now, so hopefully our bankers start.
The backers.
Oh, backers. Yeah, hopefully they start.
Sorry, it's a small screen. No, we're going to be getting a hold of local businesses, not just local Omaha businesses or Nebraska businesses. We're also going to be reaching out to big corporations and stuff like that to see if we can get some, not just sponsors, but partnership as well, because it'll help cut down the cost on the fundraisers. So like Chloe said, we can do the paint rather than the glow sticks, which I think would be a lot more fun.
All right, Lisa asked what a balloon blow up was. About 2 years ago, we did a challenge, I guess, to raise awareness for CF, where you try to blow up a balloon, by the air of what is in your body, but you just continue to blow up the balloon until it pops. That was the goal, because it is kind of challenging to do, but it also puts you in the mindset of what it's like a CFer to go through, just for the lack of our lung capacity in the air. CFers aren't able to blow out as a normal person. When I try to explain to people what it's like
Excuse me.
Before my transplant, like I always try to describe to people, it's like putting 2 cotton balls in your nose and just breathing through your nose all day. So the balloon challenge came along. I want to say I did it 2 years ago. So yes, to bring up to bring that up. I mean, I'm glad you guys brought that up, because we'll work on getting that ready too, so we can start throwing out ads and stuff for it to start raising more awareness.
Get ready. The blow up challenge is going to be just as big as the ALS challenge. So the ice bucket challenge will be the balloon challenge will be the next ice bucket challenge. So keep an eye out for that.
That's our goal.
Angel, is your website up and fully functional? That's a good question. Actually, yes, it is. Everything's up and functional. I try to update it almost on a daily basis. So go back, keep an eye on that. I always update news articles that I find are really interesting for the CF community. There's a few things that have been going on that as soon as things get cleared out, we'll be posting that stuff as well. You can go on and donate, as we were saying before. For those that are curious about what we do, when you click the donate button, it takes you straight to PayPal so that you know everything is nice, safe, and secure. Your information doesn't come to us, it doesn't go out to anybody else, it goes strictly to them and they take care of all that. For those that are wondering, because it's a PayPal account, everything will go directly into the foundation's account, which will then be sent out to assist those people who need the help. Chloe, have you heard of the straw challenge? I don't think I have. Can you let us know what that is? Because I'd love to share that with everybody else.
I kind of recall a little bit of it, but I mean, once you mention a little of it, I'm sure I'll remember.
I'm thinking it has something to do with breathing through a straw.
Yeah,
To kind of show what it's like for a CFer to breathe. If that's what I think it is, because I heard something that are along those lines. Hey Todd, what do you mean you're out?
He's gone. He had to go.
Oh. I didn't know if he had any more questions. Thanks for the compliment, Todd. No, there's a lot of those that need help. I did a lot of research before we got started with New Hope for Lungs. I talked to a lot of people through the cystic fibrosis groups on Facebook, got to know a lot of families, and that's really what got this going, because there's no reason people should have to go through the problems and issues they have. I mean, it's bad enough having cystic fibrosis, let alone having to add financial burdens on top of that and everything else. So that's really what got this going, because I'm a firm believer nobody should have to choose between food to live and medications to live. Life should never be one of those issues that we have to decide with our lives, and I don't think anybody needs to be doing that.
Angel, we appreciate your support and shares and everything else. Like I said, everybody, if you can get it out, share it with your friends, say that we are a foundation that helps cystic fibrosis patients that are waiting for transplants. Is basically our goal. So.
Chloe says that the straw challenge is basically breathing through a straw for 1.5 minutes to kind of show what it's like for a CFer to breathe on a normal basis, which I heard about that challenge, I did, and I like that one just as well. So maybe we can kind of incorporate either the balloon or straw challenge and see if we can get either one of those going.
Lisa, to your question, Brennan has CF. Yes, I have cystic fibrosis. I was diagnosed at 6 weeks old, and yes, I have had a double lung transplant March 18th, 2010, so coming up on 7 years since my transplant. The reason for the transplant, of course, was the cystic fibrosis. The older you get, the worse your lungs get, so eventually they give out, which causes us to need lung transplants. A lot of people ask, does that cure cystic fibrosis? No, it does not, because cystic fibrosis affects not just the lungs, but it affects the digestive system and everything else. Every CFer is different. Every CFer requires different medications, transplants. Some deal with their pancreas and stuff like that more than others. So every case is different, is what I try to explain to a lot of people. With not like cancer, you have breast cancer, and everybody pretty much is on the same agenda. CFers is a whole different subject. So.
Hey Chloe, you were talking about wanting to start the straw challenge off again. Send me a message, because maybe Brandon and I can, or New Hope for Lungs, New Hope for I lost my train of thought. New Hope for Lungs can work with you, and we can possibly get it started here, and you can work on getting it started over there. That would be awesome to be able to partner with you and get one of these challenges up and started. See, we don't just work with other foundations. We also want to work with the community itself, because that's who we're here to support. We're not here to support ourselves or anything like that. We're here to make life easier for the CF community, because it's already hard enough as it is. We know simply from living it with it every day with Brandon.
What are your goals?
What are your goals for the foundation? This year, mainly, Lisa, thanks for the question. This year we kind of just want to get a base started. We kind of want to get our foundation put on a foundation. We want to get it built, kind of get the awareness out there. That's the main focus of this first year. And then next year, 2018, is a really big focus on expanding the foundation. We are working on getting as much awareness nationally as we possibly can. I'm working on behalf, I'm a registered lobbyist on behalf of the foundation with the state of Nebraska, so I'm also going to be working in that field as well to help raise awareness. We're not just using television, newspapers, Facebook, social media, stuff like that to spread awareness. I'm also going to go into that field as well, because cystic fibrosis, in my opinion, doesn't have enough awareness. So what better way to do it than on behalf of our own foundation? So I'll be lobbying in the future on behalf of New Hope for Lungs, the cystic fibrosis community, as well as the organ transplant community.
Yeah, and like Tim kind of said, if you guys have any ideas on what would raise awareness or help the foundation, or any recommendations, whatever it is, you can email the message to the foundation, or get a hold of Tim or I, so we're able to spread the words more and get better awareness. Not just for us, it's not just for the foundation. We just want to help cystic fibrosis in general the best we can.
Things hard enough as it is. Like I said, life isn't very easy. So our goal is to make not only just bring awareness to CF, but to bring, as I quote a lot, if you've noticed my Facebook posts, we actually want to bring new hope to the CF community, because from what I've seen online, there's not just the side that everybody shows, but there's a really dark side. There's those out there that blame CF for a lot of things, and it's really sad, because CF isn't who you are. CF is what you have. And Brandon's a prime example of that. You know, he had his lung transplant 7 years ago, and look at him now. I don't know if ever at one point in his life he ever thought that he'd be a part of something like this, or what his future thoughts ever were, but we're here to show you that CF doesn't have to hold you back. You can use it to better not just your life, but somebody else's, or go out there and make something of it. Don't ever let CF hold you back. And that's what our biggest thing is. We want to show people that you don't have to let it hold you back. I mean, Michael, the guy who's our director of fundraising, you know, he helped people as a firefighter here around Omaha. We know somebody else who's a professor at a college. We know people who've done so much with their lives. And the darkness that I saw in some of the pages on Facebook kind of just brought to life that there needs to be hope out there. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to show that it's not that hard to find help. We're here, all you need to do is ask. And there's some people who, they're not on the transplant list, but they messaged us for advice. There's one lady who contacted us who, due to her husband being in the military, they acquired a lot of assets through their life, and now that he's no longer in it, they're financially, they're on the same path as, you know, being able to get the government assistance that they need so she can get on the transplant list, but due to the assets they've acquired throughout his time in the military, they're not able to do it. So it's in between a rock and a hard place. So we don't only just help those on the transplant list, but those CFers that aren't on the transplant list, you can still come to us with advice. We might not be able to help you financially or anything like that, help you get closer to a hospital or anything, but we can also give advice. And if nothing else, we still want to help you with that, because it's just somebody to listen to. Sometimes that's all somebody needs, is just an ear to talk to.
Yeah, and we'll do the best we can to come up with answers, or, You know, a lot of people have questions about insurance and all that, and that's just stuff we're wanting to learn so we can help other people with cystic fibrosis down the road. So, like I said, come with us. You know, get a hold of us if you have any questions, because I can always get a hold of several doctors that I know that are more than willing to answer questions, or, like I said, give me advice of where I can go to get those questions answered for you.
This has been fun. I like this. Is there any other questions out there? A lot of people, I mean, it's been quiet here for a few minutes, and thank you for all the shares. I saw a lot of people have been sharing the video to, you know, get more people out there to know about us. Thank you for all of that. Speaking engagements, Kathy Schwader, do we have any speaking engagements? Not right now. I'm still set up. February 15th, I am meeting with one of Nebraska's top lobbyists to figure out how to get that portion started. I am always up to get some contact information for doctors, hospitals, anybody that would like to hear about us. I would be more than happy to contact and set up any speaking arrangements anywhere. It doesn't matter. We're all about spreading the awareness. That's what this is about.
I mean, just yesterday we went to an iHeartRadio interview where they're sharing our story, I guess, this weekend to, what, six?
What was that?
Five. 5 different stations. And then we also went to a university here in Omaha, and she's helping spreading the words, so we were on camera for that as well. So like I said, if it comes our way, definitely we will do all we can to help people with CF and get the foundation out there the best way we can.
Lisa, you mentioned a couple of things. One, it'd be nice to have a message board on our website. That's funny that you mentioned that, Lisa, because Brandon and I were actually just talking about that the other day, because we've been contacted by so many people for advice and stuff like that, that here in the next couple months, if not sooner, we would like to have something like that set up. That way, people are able to have people to talk to, if not just us at the foundation itself, but maybe be able to get advice from other CFers as well. And then you also asked, what do we have planned for some media? We are going to be getting a YouTube channel together. That's one of the things Michael is going to be taking care of here this spring or summer. Through that, we're going to educate you not only through some good physical exercise and stuff like that to help the CFers, but also to educate people on the lung transplants. He just recently went through a lung transplant, and so that's very important to him to take over the education side of everything. I just sent out a press release to the city of Omaha and the surrounding areas, which is how we got on the iHeartRadio. We'll be a part of their Community Matters this weekend, so I will put a link or at least a list of all those radio stations on the website and Facebook page tomorrow. And then in the next week, I plan on sending out a press release further throughout Nebraska, as well as Iowa, South Dakota, and Kansas and Colorado. So I'll be sending out a press release to all of them as well. Like I said, we want to get our platform and our basis put together, and then from there next year, we're going to be actively pushing the events and fundraisers a lot more harder in those bigger cities as well. Not really, Chloe, not really serious question, but Starbucks must be really expensive if you couldn't get one with $5. Our coffee shops over here can get kind of pricey depending on what you want.
Yeah.
So, is there any other questions from anybody out there? Just to give everybody a chance to post them up on the site, I'd like to remind everybody, please go to the website. And if you don't want to go to the website, you're already on our Facebook page. So click the donate button right underneath the banner, which will take you directly to the donate section of the website, which will give you a chance to hop onto the PayPal account. Donate whatever you want, $5, $10, $100. We don't care. We just need the help because we have so many people that are coming out to us that need help. So, you know, every dollar counts, whether it's $1, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as a small donation in our eyes.
Yes,
how much would a hot chocolate cost?
Lisa will start doing more live events as we go. So
actually, Lisa, what we talked about this afternoon is throughout the year, I would like to just update people through Facebook Live. Brandon will also come on behalf of the cystic fibrosis side of everything. We'll have Michael come on board quite a bit through the Facebook Live once he gets back home to help with that. He'll be able to talk more about the fundraising side of everything. And of course, I'll be coming on to keep everybody up to date on the lobbying side of everything, because I want to keep everybody up to date on what's actually going to happen with the future of the cystic fibrosis community, because I'm going to work hard to not only do it on a state level but a federal level to get cystic fibrosis as a governmentally funded disease, because we need a cure, and that's the end of it. Kathy Schwader, could Corca do a fundraiser? We are willing to partner up with anybody and everybody. We don't care where you are, what state you are. We would love to get together and do a fundraiser with anybody. And of course, if we do work with anybody, all the fundraisers, if you saw how much I promoted it on Facebook when we did the Dine to Donate, I will do that just as much with all of our fundraisers we do with anybody. They'll be posted on our Facebook page. They'll be posted on Instagram, Twitter, and our website as well. We keep all of that stuff up to date, and we would be more than happy to work with you. If Corca would be interested in do something with us, Kathy, go ahead and send us a message, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. Lisa, what kind of fundraiser is that? I'd love to know what that is. Again, for those of you that are interested in donating, our website again is New Hope for Lungs. That's New Hope, the number 4, lungs.org. Oh, or it's right there. Brandon just posted it. But if there's no other questions, we had a great time. Brandon?
yeah, it was fun.
Again, we'll do this probably more on a monthly thing. I'd love to keep people up to date on how well the each one of our fundraisers went, especially the balloon challenge. I'm going to make sure we do a Facebook Live strictly just to get you started with the balloon challenge. The balloon or straw challenge, whichever we decide to do with Chloe, we will do that. The very first video will be a Facebook Live video right here on the Facebook page. Jennifer, I'm wondering how we can incorporate that, but I'm sure... Oh, sorry, Jennifer. I thought you were messaging us. Lisa, I have an anonymous donor that will match what you raise in your... Wow. Lisa, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tell whoever your donor is that we totally, totally appreciate it. Everybody, we have 48 hours to raise $250. That's not very much. That is not very much at all. So we need your help, and I will probably do one more Facebook Live video on Monday, February 6th, right the day before we launch the application. I'd love to tell everybody about the application, so make sure you remember that. Next Monday, I'll be doing one more quick live video, and I'll give a schedule up on that as soon as I can. Chloe, I'm excited to say that I hope we do well. We'll do well. This thing will get very, very viral, Chloe. I promise that. The $5 fundraiser matched up to $250. Lisa, we will definitely make sure we hit that $250 point. I guarantee we will hit $250, no matter what.
Yes, that's very encouraging.
I'm thinking about... I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. So whatever it is, I'll have to post it on the website.
Again, I just want to thank everybody that came on and watched us and wanted to learn more about the foundation. Again, you can message the foundation, Tim or I, Brandon, of course, for any questions or ideas for events, fundraisers, or whatever that you think might benefit us, so we can grow bigger and help more CFers in need. Again, for lung transplants.
Yeah, we have people all over the place that are contacting us right now, not just for advice, but for help and assistance. So all of your donations, everything matters. It doesn't matter how small it is. I mean, the $5 fundraiser is so that everybody has a chance. It's an affordable rate that everybody can actually afford to do. So if you could please pass the word around. We have a Facebook event. It's posted on the foundation's page. Please share it. Send it out there. We need it. It's 48 hours. We're going to see exactly how much our community and how much our supporters can raise for us. This isn't for us. This is for everybody else. I mean, we don't get anything from the foundation right now. So, I mean, everything that's going to come into us is going to go right back out because those people need it and those people need our help. And we can only do it with your help. So, please help us make 2017 better for the CF community.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, again, thank you all for the words of encouragement and the shares and everything else that you guys do to make it possible for the foundation and us and everybody else. So, again,
this was a quick hour.
Yeah, that went by really quick. So, sorry about the lighting. I kind of wish it was during the day so we could actually, I guess, look a little decent. But the lighting in here isn't that great.
Yeah.
But,
oh, well, we'll get it fixed for next time. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming. Next time, I promise we will have a schedule set up so that you'll know when we're going to do this so that we have a better thing. This was kind of thrown together last minute. Again, thank you. We will be in touch with you this weekend and give you an update on the application and see you on Friday.
Yep. Thank you all again. Appreciate it. Enjoy your evening. And like I said, just get on our site. We update it a lot. There's a lot going on. It seems like every day more and more is added to it. So again, look for the updates. We appreciate the shares. And we look forward to helping others in need waiting for transplants with cystic fibrosis.
Don't forget, donate. The button's right up there. If not, type in newhopeforlungs.org. That's newhope4lungs.org. And donate. And again, thank you and breathe easy.
Yep.
Right?
Breathe easy. Take care, everybody.
Thanks.